and welcome to the second edition of Dogged's 30. My name is Morgan Bridgman. In today's episode, we'll explore a range of topics affecting faculty, staff, and students at Alcorn State, including counseling services, last checks on campus, the women's basketball team, and resident assistants. Stay tuned for those stories and more after the break.
Before I finish it off?
No, Ariel, and you shouldn't be drinking. You're about to drive.
Girl, I do this all the time. It's okay.
We could get into a car accident.
I've never been in a car accident before, so I think I'm going to be fine.
Okay, well, you could risk your life. I'm not.
Every 30 minutes, someone is killed in an alcohol-related crash.
The penalty for drinking and driving may be losing the privilege to drive for at least a year.
Call a cab. If the destination is near, walk home. Have a designated driver. And before you drink, give them the keys.
Don't drink and drive.
Welcome back to Dogged's 30. Mental health is an issue that affects many people, including college students. To help combat with these issues, Alcorn State provides students with counseling services. Dogged's 30's Aubriana Lowry went to the counseling office to find more about what services they offer.
Approximately 1 in 5 adults across the U.S. experiences mental illness in a given year. That's why the Alcorn State University Counseling Services are here for students and faculty who are in need of counseling. Located in the Walter Washington Administration Building, counseling services are in room 305 on the 3rd floor. Dr. Barbara Warner Martin, a licensed psychologist and director of counseling services, gives more insight into what counseling services offers to the university.
So basically, we offer general, or what you might call traditional, counseling / mental health services, which would be assessment, evaluation of particular problems, and then just standard traditional, sort of mental health care, counseling or treatment. Obviously, we are equipped to provide a wide range of services for our students. We primarily serve our students and faculty and staff, as needed as well. Our work is primarily service delivery of clinical services, of mental health services, which would be like face-to-face therapy. And of course, with the advent of COVID-19, we have also developed ways to communicate with our students that are not traditional, not face-to-face services. We have a program called Doxy.me, such that if a student is having a difficulty, having a problem, experiencing stressors, whatever have you, we can send them the link. And what I really like about Doxy Link is that it's portable and it's easily adapted to whichever device the student might use. For example, your smartphone, your tablet, your laptop. You can choose basically which medium you want to use, and we're able to interface and interact with our students that way.
Counseling services are open Monday through Thursdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Fridays 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. For more information, visit www.alcorn.edu/counseling services.
This is Aubriana Lowry reporting for Dogged's 30.
Thank you, Ariana, for that story. The Alcorn State women's basketball team, or Lady Braves, are a different team than they were last year. Reporter Tia Larkin caught up with one of the players to get the inside scoop.
We will be talking about our Lady Braves basketball team, where Tajane Wright will give us the inside scoop of their journey.
From last year to this year, there has been a lot of change with the Lady Braves. Due to COVID, we received some minor setbacks as far as we weren't able to condition in the summertime. Also, we received a new coaching staff and lost a couple of players along the way, but we were still able to have a successful season, 7-13.
Now Wright will talk about how the Lady Braves did in the SWAC tournament this past weekend in Birmingham, Alabama.
My experience at the SWAC tournament was amazing. Due to the fact that was my first time experiencing being there, I didn't know what to expect, but they were strict on COVID protocols. We had to take tests every day and we couldn't get on the court until a certain time. So, of course it was different than it would have been last year, but the competition was great.
Now that the Lady Braves has finished their season this year, they are looking for a better season next year.
For next year, I expect to see a lot of conditioning, more conditioning. We're getting new players, different positions, new people are coming in. So I think next year we're just going to play faster, and the atmosphere is just going to be different.
We are definitely looking forward to see a new season out of the Lady Braves. This is Tia Larkin reporting from Dogged's 30.
After the break, we'll share some interesting facts about RAs and student last checks on campus.
Oops. Get on top of it before they do. Every 24 minutes, tipped furniture or a falling TV sends an injured child to the emergency room. Preventing tip-over incidents is easy, inexpensive, and only takes 5 minutes. Learn how to secure your furniture and TVs to protect children at anchorit.gov.
Welcome back to Doe Gets 30. In every dorm here on campus, there's a resident assistant that is here to aid students in their living experience. I sat down with a few RAs on campus to get more information on their job. Here at Alcorn State University, students are housed into different dorms for their stay and pleasures. With so many students in one dorm, the university has hired resident assistants or RAs to help keep dorm life organized. These RAs are here to be first responders to students and to overall help dorm life be better. No matter what dorm you are assigned to as an RA here at Alcorn State University, the job is never easy. At the basis, a RA is the mother or the father of their dorm. They monitor their assigned floor/building in order to keep students safe. They also act as a liaison between Alcorn staff and students, since staff cannot always be with and monitor students 24/7. I spoke with Honors Third Floor Left Wing RA Deja Montgomery to learn more about other things she has to do with her position as a RA.
Everyday duties include doing rounds in the hallways, making sure nobody's fighting or nobody's hurt, unpropping the side doors. We have desk duty to, monitor who comes in and out of the building, making sure everybody has their gold cards, making sure everybody has their mask on, and that everybody's just safe, really. And then we have phone duty, which is like basically for a night or the weekend, you're the manager of the whole building. So if anything on campus happens, then they'll call you and you will have to go deal with the situation.
I also talked with first-time RA of Robinson Hall's second floor, Jayla Fogg, about if she would recommend the job to anyone else.
To be mentally prepared as a student to be RA, and I know a lot of people who weren't mentally prepared, and you can tell being a leader, basically you have to be a leader to be a RA, and if you're not mentally prepared at that stage of college yet to be a RA, then no. But of course, being an RA is very challenging, so I actually would, because it's a growing experience that I think at one point in your college experience you have to go through, so I would.
On Wednesday, March 24th at 6 p.m., Resident Life hosted a Resident Assistant Interest Social for those who are interested in becoming RAs in the Fall 2021 semester. The official application for the Fall 2021 semester opens March 25th through April 9th. For Doe Gets 30, this is Morgan Bridgman. There are many entrepreneurs here on Alcorn's campus, including Lash Techs. Doe Gets 30's Alicia James interviewed certified Lash Tech Amaya Bias.
Many people may think that they have to travel to the nearest city to get their lashes done. However, certified lash techs are in our own backyard, here at Alcorn State University. Will you be the next client?
Amaya Bias is the 21-year-old founder and CEO of the Minx Lab Collection. In this eyelash extension service, her goal is to enhance women's beauty one eye at a time. In this video, Amaya will depict a step-by-step tutorial of how to do a lash installation. This is the end result of a dramatic set. Starting off as a self-taught lash tech, she began taking her craft seriously. Her goal is to one day open her own beauty bar for other young Black entrepreneurs in the beauty industry, such as nail techs and lash techs. This is Alicia James reporting for Douglas 30.
We will be back with more Douglas 30 after the break.
When someone gets a COVID-19 vaccine, it tells their cells to pretend to look like COVID-19. And because their body thinks they're sick with COVID-19, their natural defenses start preparing antibodies to fight the virus, even though they aren't sick and don't have the virus and won't attack their cells that are pretending. Now with their body prepared with antibodies, the real COVID-19 virus can't make them sick. So, get your vaccine when it becomes available, so your body is protected. A message from Cincinnati Children's.
Welcome back to Douglas 30. Alcorn's food and nutrition health majors are still encouraging Alcorn students to mask up. Reporter Aramis McIntyre caught up with these students to learn more about their mask up mission.
Reporting for Douglas 30 News, where we will be here with the food and nutrition majors, and we will be talking about the mask mandate.
The food and nutrition community health majors decided to reach out to the Alcorn community to promote the awareness about mask mandates on social platforms.
Kevin, give this to Kevin.
Give this to Kevin. Give this to Kevin. Give this to Kevin. Kevin.
Give this to Kevin. Give this to Kevin.
Give this to Kevin. Give this to Kevin.
Give this to Kevin.
Give this to Kevin. Here you go, Kevin.
My question for y'all today is, why do you think Alcorn students should wear masks?
Well, being that majority of Alcorn State University students are African American and that we are prone to get COVID more than others, I feel like it's the need that the mandate is still put in place, even though that Governor Tate Reeves basically said no more masks and made everything 100% capacity.
And I also think that students should still wear masks because not every student has been vaccinated and students are still prone to getting the virus. So.
And with us being college students, some of us don't take the right precautions. People are still gathering. People aren't wearing a mask, even though there was a mask mandate. So I feel like to protect ourselves and others, we still should keep the CDC guidelines. And as future healthcare professionals, that we should protect everyone from getting COVID-19.
As the coronavirus pandemic continues, growing share of Americans say that they are regularly wearing masks and face coverings in stores and other businesses.
This is Aramis McIntyre reporting for Douglas 30 News.
Alcorn State President Dr. Felicia Nave is the first female president in school history. In honor of Women's History Month, Douglas 30's own Anisha Jackson sat down with Dr. Nave to get more details on her career journey.
This is Anisha Jackson reporting for Douglas 30. As you may know, Women's History Month is celebrated throughout the month of March to honor the contributions of trailblazing women across the nation. At Alcorn State University, Dr. Felicia M. Nave became the first female president. I stopped by her office as she shares insight and her reactions when she heard the news that she would become the first female president at Alcorn State University.
So my first reaction was I was very overwhelmed, but definitely surprised, elated, and humbled by the opportunity and that the board and the commissioner were, and the committee in general, thought enough of me, my experiences, what I've been able to accomplish, that I would be the right person in this moment to lead my alma mater, Alcorn State University.
On April 24, 2019, the Institution of Higher Learning announced Dr. Felicia M. Nave as Alcorn's 20th president. Dr. Nave is a Prentice, Mississippi native who earned a bachelor's degree in chemistry from Alcorn in 1996. She thoroughly explains the highlight of her presidential career thus far as interacting with students and providing access so they can be the best version of themselves.
So I've been inspired by women since birth. I'm very respectful and cognizant of the role my grandmother played in my life. So my mom and my aunts are also individuals who are extremely important to me and who I aspire to be. And as I've moved into my professional career, at the time when I became an assistant professor, there were only 3 other African American women who were in higher ed. And I knew all 3 of them, Christine Grant, Gilda Barbarino, and Tanya Peoples. And they were very, very insightful and very much willing to share with me what their experiences have been, and to support my success moving through. And so I've been very fortunate to come across a number of women who have helped helped shape me, helped support me, and women who stood in the gap to push me forward even when I didn't know that they were doing those things on my behalf. I think it's important to acknowledge and highlight women during Women's History Month and throughout the year. If we look at our history in general, women have not always been acknowledged, and even still, there are a number of ceilings, doors that are shut, and barriers that stand in the way for what they're trying to accomplish. But in including women in the conversation and including women in leadership positions, we actually do a better job of enriching the world and coming up with ideas to solve problems and solutions. And so it's important to me that as a woman, that we highlight and recognize the contributions other women have made, how they made a difference. And it's also important because I have a daughter, and I think about and look toward her future and what that looks like, and that she recognizes and understands the contributions that others before her have made and how that will help her in attaining whatever her goals are in life.
As the inauguration of the 20th president is quickly approaching, Dr. Nave shares what she is most looking forward to at the celebration.
I'm looking forward to seeing the people, but I'm also looking forward to seeing the elation and the gratitude in faces of my kids, of my husband, and of my family, who without a doubt have never wavered but been by my side to get where we are.
Dr. Nave is challenging all young female leaders to be bold, be brave, and be unafraid to challenge the status quo.
This is Anisha Jackson reporting for Douglas 30.
Thank you for joining us on another episode of Douglas 30. We hope you have been enlightened and informed. We'll see you next week.